So everybody, welcome back to the fourth round of the Lovebyte Byte Battle, our final round to see who gets into those semis. And we've had some fantastic rounds before. I'm here once again with Orby. Welcome, Orby.
Hello, Oki. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? You were in the last battle, the previous battle that we saw.
Very exciting.
Very intense.
Yes, very intense. I'm extremely excited to see how the rest of the competition goes.
Yes, it's been an absolutely what a ride. So we have, to quickly reiterate, we have two custom TIC-80 fantasy console windows that have 512 bytes at the start, but they will be 256 byte at the end. 25 minutes on the clock, two programmers making a effect in 25 minutes in that space, in time. It's mental. It's absolutely fantastic. So this battle is Mantratronic. He is our man from Ireland. I think one of the first people in the demo scene to make TIC-80 stuff, make it popular. So
I think he's actually part of one of the first TIC-80 exclusive demo groups, which is I was actually speaking with him about this recently, and it's pretty interesting stuff.
Right. So he is a TIC-80 veteran, and then he's up against Nusan, who is a Shader Showdown veteran and a fantastic shader coder from France. So this will be an absolute battle of the titans, the TIC-80 expert versus the shader expert, and he's also Nusan also has been in the Shader Showdown, so he is a time pressure programmer as well. So this will be an absolutely fantastic battle to watch. So let's just no longer waste time with us chatting and start this battle. I'll count down from 10, and we go. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are off. 25 minutes on the clock. And nothing is happening.
All right, now we're going.
It's with these battles are so fast that I'm immediately like, it's been 5 seconds. Why is there no effect yet? But we have to give him some time to get something on the screen.
All right, looks like Mantratronic is busy aliasing some functions. We have the math library alias to M. We have the sine function alias to S. Cosine, I think he's trying to alias to C, but it looks like there's a mistake there. And the pix function, which is the pixel plotter, is alias to P.
And here we go. It's been 40 seconds, but here was the first thing on the screen. Mantratronics has a scrolling bar section, but there might be an error in the C is cosine. Mantratronic should know better. He's a TIC-80 programmer, but again, under pressure, and you know what it's like. So what is it like to be programming within that 25-minute time limit and that byte limit of 256 bytes?
It's a very intense experience, and especially those kind of little errors, which normally when you're programming aren't necessarily a big deal. You go back and fix it. That might take you 10-15 seconds to figure out what happened. So those kind of errors can be a real problem in a competition like this.
Yeah, it's with that time limit and the byte limit. We saw you at the end optimize all your code to a single line. So, here we go. This is Mantratronic doing a circle. It is already exciting, 23 minutes. Nearly 2 minutes in and already exciting, but we haven't seen this yet. Oh, and I say it and he has something on the screen. Nice. Can you see where this is going? Do you have an idea, Orby?
Well, it looks like Mantratronic, it has some equations set up. It looks like classic tunnel equations, but I'm not quite sure what he's doing with them. We've got that arctangent and the distance function, but I'm curious to see where it's going. It's not clear to me yet.
Right, and Nusan is rotating balls.
Yeah, Nusan's making good use of that circle primitive to.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
A very quick iteration again. We don't have time. Sorry for all the quick switching, but so much is happening at the same time that we don't want to miss any of it.
Yeah, very fast paced.
And oh my god, what happened to the editor?
I think this is the effect screen.
Is he messing? Oh, he's messing with the editor?
Yeah, well, see, he's run into a problem with his cosine function. Oh, he's fixed it. Okay, good. Yeah, all right. So at some point he fixed the cosine function. And it's not clear to me what the bug is there, but it looks like he's running into some trouble.
Right. Well, he has 22 minutes on the clock, 21 minutes and 40 seconds. So we have time. Nusan steadily progressing. You can see that is indeed the size coders, or the timed coders experience of quickly iterating and quickly putting something on screen.
Absolutely.
I don't know what Nusan's experience with size coding is, but it's awesome to have all these people participate, like for you as well, Orby as a size coder participating, and then we have Mantratronic as a TIC80 coder, and Nusan as a shader coder, and everybody just jamming out on these effects. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great intersection of talent from a lot of different pools, people coming at it from a lot of different angles, and yeah. I think we have a nice variety of talent in the competition. So I'm really very excited.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen so many different kind of effects, so many takes. Like, it's been super interesting. And here we go. Nusan's going all balls on us. Balls out. How many balls jokes can we make? It's the classic demo scene comment, like the balls are touching.
Yeah,
which is also very important. So all the ball jokes all the time. And Mantratronic is still typing a lot. He is 250. He is nearly at his limit. 147 for Nusan. He's still well in his size limit as well.
Yeah. He's been very conservative so far. I'm not exactly sure what Mantratronic is trying to do here, but it looks like it's going in a very interesting direction. We've got some zooming happening, and
yeah, it's the first person we see that has not shown a lot of the things, is coding a lot.
Yeah, he's putting in a lot of code, but I don't see a lot yet.
Well, he's our TIC80 guy, so he has to pull something out of a hat. Maybe his balls, who knows? That might be the theme of this round. Every round has been very intense, and this could be a ball round. But Nusan is very efficient, very fast. Look at that.
Yeah, Nusan's very busy here.
He's doing it's a classic effect, but it looks very good, very neat. Here it is. This is Mantratronic is doing all kinds of a lot of code as well. Like he's over his limit at this point. There's a lot of code in there. Is he doing it like a 3D scene or like a?
I don't think he's doing a 3D scene. At least not. At least he's not doing ray marching. But
oh, here we go. There's some kind of spin. This would be very experimental, esoteric effect from Mantratronic. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, we see Nusan is just iterating. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Now he got it working.
Right. Indeed. This is very...
This
in the sky.
I think we might have a fractal here, actually. What are we doing?
Is he doing a fractal and a zoom? It was very deep in the sky, but I meant the other one from...
I think he might be working on a fractal zoomer.
Intense. Very different takes on coding as well. Like Nusan, very efficient, adding bytes, but just adding one byte. 159 bytes now.
Yeah, really great use of that circle primitive from Nusan. I really like what he's doing with that. He's using it to great effect.
Yeah, you can see he's absolutely a versed time coder and shader coder. But he knows like to get effects on screen, tweak effects, but so pragmatic.
Oh wow.
And here we go. This is indeed like some kind of fractal. Ooh, yeah, no. Mantratronic is like pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
So don't forget to vote on party.lovebyte.party. Look at this now. Here he goes into the fractal madness. Absolutely super interesting take. Yeah, absolutely awesome. And we still have 17 minutes on the clock. I will say that in comparison to the Shader Showdown, I'm way more on the clock, but there's so much happening here. And I keep forget to look at the clock and how much time do we have left? I have no idea. But it's 17 minutes. So we're not even halfway. Nusan did something wrong.
Oh, okay. I both of these effects are really wonderful so far.
Yeah, again, I will say all the rounds have been absolutely astounding, and this is no different. This is absolutely pulling it out of the bag. Like, both of them are doing fun stuff in very different takes, and yeah, I see Nusan is at 200 bytes. I don't know how many Mantratronic is over, if he is still over. Ah, the color is gone, he does the... Oh man, so much happening!
That's really nice shading. Is he using the default palette on that? I see he's poking something. I wonder if he's poking the palette. I haven't had a chance to see it.
Maybe, but he does have indeed very cool shading.
Yeah, the shading looks fantastic.
And here we go, Mantratronic in the corner now. Look at this.
Yeah, and the color here is really
absolutely fantastic use of that fractal. Like, it's hard to get started, but well worth it to invest that time into this. And he's in nearly. He's like 250, 260, 270. Here Nusan is the French touch, where you will see awesome colors. Yeah, they're both doing fantastic work here.
And Mantratronic says this is a Dutch party, needs color.
Absolutely. Dutch color scheme as a tradition is a tradition started by TBL, where you just put every color on the screen, preferably multiple times at once. Yeah, very...
Yeah, this is...
He took an effect from Nusan. He's doing really cool stuff with the color cycling.
Yeah, I think this is actually the first work we've seen so far in the competition involving palette modification. I think everyone's been using the default palette, so Nusan spending the bytes on the palette is actually kind of a bold move, but I think it's working wonderfully. I think he's using it to great effect.
Absolutely, I think it's paying off. That it's indeed a risky game, and he has the effect that he has is a neat effect already. So messing with that color, yeah, absolutely lovely looking. And 14 minutes, so yeah, we're 10 minutes in. Still so much that can happen. We have nearly 15 minutes left. And already this absolute madness happening on both the screens. This is fantastic. A fantastic round once again. What a fun little battle this has been. And I can only imagine that the semifinals and the final will be more insane. Are you nervous that you might be in the semifinals, Orby?
I am incredibly nervous.
I can't imagine.
I am. I'm very excited about just to see how the voting goes. And we'll see how it works out. It's anybody's game. I mean,
it's anybody's game. Except, Filipina's the only one we know is in, but it's so many good effects in the other rounds, and it will be. Yeah, the one thing I know for sure is that it will be more intense.
Yeah,
absolutely, because people are already bringing their A game to these rounds, and it's only like the future is going to be so much brighter. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. So here we go. Yeah, and again, it's so hard to judge this round because they're both doing fantastic work, but very different.
Yeah, very different effects. I really love the variety of effects we've been seeing here.
Yeah,
we've been seeing a lot of experimental effects and a lot of more classic effects and a lot of everything in between. I think that's wonderful.
Absolutely agree. Like, we've seen takes and all kinds of like interpretations in this editor, and again, it's nearly unfair to judge these, but we have to. It's a battle. Like, it's a battle for the crowd. The crowd has to decide who will go on to the semifinals and duke it out with somebody else, and so you do have to make a choice. Who do you prefer? Who is wowing you the most?
So yes, so please vote. Go vote.
Absolutely, and they're both in size. And when I say it, Nusan is over, but they're close to that size limit.
They're close, yeah.
Very safe.
I think they're both pretty comfortable right now in terms of size.
It is, and they're also effect-wise. I mean, they both have like substantial effects on the screen. It's halftime, just over halftime. Because I think in your round, you were done. The last few minutes you stopped coding, you decided it was done.
I did, yeah. I decided to play it safe with the last few minutes and leave the effect where it was. So I was pretty happy with it. So
yeah, because it's a dangerous game, as we talked about it before. Like, when do you stop tinkering? What are you doing here? Nusan is adding hairs to his worm, which is getting better and better. But yeah, it's that, like, at one point you have a good effect standing up, and yeah, it's substantial, but how far are you going with it? What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
I hope these guys are absolutely not done. If I look at what's happening, we still have a lot more to see, I think.
Yeah, I think they have a lot more planned.
Yeah, it's like more than 10 minutes left, like we're at 11 minutes. And they're both in quite safe bite-size areas, like they're both near that 256 mark.
Yeah,
11 minutes. Color flurry from Mantratronic.
Yeah, and again, we have very different approaches here. We have Mantratronic is doing something much more colorful, much more intense, much more busy.
Yeah, and he's adding to this effect. Oh yeah, the Mantratronic is busy, and Nusan is very, oh look at this.
Yeah, Nusan has this very clean, very smooth lines, very organic feeling effect.
And he really is iterating on it. Like, they both are iterating their effects, but Nusan is really iterating changes and add-ons. I wouldn't dare to say where Mantratronic will go with this in the end. Like, he is pleasant chaos is what he's aiming for.
Yeah, and Nusan is really not slowing down here. It seems like every time I look at what Nusan's working on, we've got like another layer, another thing happening on top of what was already happening.
Yeah, it's mental. Like, he's adding onto it, and he's a few bytes over, and you can see pretty much the code on the screen. Like, it's that little code. It's only 256 bytes. Like, it's bizarre how much you can do with that. Also shows how awesome the TIC 80 is. Very good showcase.
Yeah, this is great.
So yeah, under the 10, we're at the 9-minute mark now. So we're in the last 10 minutes. So this is, we'll get to that point, the 5-minute mark, where you have to decide what to do. They both have strong effects.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is going to be really hard to call.
It's incredibly hard to call, and it's like the polish can still matter so much. I mean, look at what Nusan is doing. It's absolutely fantastic effect.
Yeah.
But Mantratronic also is still like knocking it out of the park. With this core madness, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's like difficult to vote. What do you, so really think what you like, what you see, what you like, what you want to vote for. Do you want this person to do it again in the semifinals? And also, will there be in the size limit? The Nusan is over in a little bit. And it scares the crap out of me, I will say. It's just so there he is. He's now... It scares, it really is like that extra layer of pressure. Damn, it makes it so hard.
Yeah.
8 minutes, here we go.
So Nusan is making interesting use of the comma operator in Lua. You can actually assign multiple variables on the same line with a single equals sign by separating them by a comma. So he's setting C to math.cosine, comma S, setting that to math.sine.
Oh, very clever tricks.
Yeah, it's a useful trick. It doesn't always... Oh yeah, this is lovely. It doesn't always save space, but it sometimes saves space. So.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we see here we're dealing with two top coders.
Yeah.
So absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Nusan definitely did his TIC 80 homework on this one.
He would not come unprepared.
No,
he is a warrior. We know that. Yeah, this is absolutely a fantastic effect.
Yeah, this is just great work. Great use of that circle primitive. I mean,
seeing where that comes from, exactly. I just wanted to say, seeing where that comes from with the circles and how he's evolving it in the 25 minutes. It's wonderful to see. And we're 6 minutes and 40 seconds in, so we're getting close to this 5-minute point, which is an important point in the battle.
I think, are they both under right now? Are they both under 250?
Nusan is
Nusan is at Nusan is exactly at 256.
Right, and Mantratronic was quite safe for a while. Was at 252 for a while. I think he is well in the limit now. And I have the feeling Mantratronic also is kind of like exhausting his, like, what can I do with this effect, unless I have to make bigger changes.
Yeah, I think he's approaching completion. I think.
And again, nobody's mad. Like, it's a fantastic effect. So, he's 1 byte over. We get to that point where they're 1 byte over.
Yeah. Looks like I think he's got plenty of room to optimize, but the question is how long is he going to wait?
We had that happen with the battle with Jun Ryder. Where Ryder was just like 1 byte in, 1 byte off, and he was just in on time. But man, that was tense.
Yeah, you don't want to be down to the last few seconds being a byte over. That's a scary situation.
Absolutely. Yeah, and a fantastic effect from this. Yeah, this is a really good show again, and we're creeping up to that 5-minute mark, and I'm really looking forward to see these last 5 minutes. Will they call it a day at one point and say, you know what, I'm done? Or still dare to experiment?
5 minutes remaining.
And exactly at the 5-minute mark, Mantratronic is in the size limit.
Nice.
And it gives me a comfortable feeling when I see that bar go to green. It's so tense. With that time limit and that size limit, like, you really have to be careful now. Every byte is absolutely costing you your mind. At least it's costing my mind.
Yeah.
As I say, I don't want to do these battles too often because they're bad for my heart.
Oh my gosh, I know.
And I didn't even participate. You actually coded in one. I didn't even participate. I'm just looking at them and I'm already getting stressed out. So my hat is off, like, for all of you guys doing this. It's fantastic. Fantastic work. It's so fun to watch. Just really happy to be here and to be able to look at this, because it's so much fun. And look at this. Both these effects.
Looks like Nusan is adding some last minute color.
Right, we're at 3 minutes, 4 minutes, small 4 minutes. Last bits of color. It's getting very dangerous now. Well, not really. We have still 3 minutes. It's still a substantial amount of time. Everything just feels stressful.
Yeah, it is.
You have no idea. You just want them to hit that limit. You don't want them to be over, but you also want the effect to be the best they can do, and it's...
Yeah, exactly. You want to squeeze as much into that 256 bytes as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the skill for this as well. Like, you have to keep that in mind with the time and the size. And from all the iterations we've seen of Nusan's effect, he keeps on going for the last minutes.
Yeah, I think he's just making some safe little iterations on the effect now, experimenting a little bit, seeing if he can get that extra pop in the last couple minutes. But
I'm not mad. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Not being super stressful at the end.
Yeah,
and both are in size. This is awesome. Fantastic work. 2.5 minutes. So 22.5 minutes have gone. And that's only 22.5 minutes, and we've seen so much happen. It's absolutely like high boost programming this and effect iteration. And it's funny because I see, like, Mantratronic has been very solid and he's just adding to how the effect vibes, but we've seen Nusan's effect really change And again, there were iterations I preferred over what he has now.
I actually really love what he has right now.
I think he's putting it all together now. I'm seeing everything in it now that I really like. Go to the blue one. And Mantratronic as well, like a really solid fractal zoom here.
Yeah, these are fantastic effects.
A grade. So yeah, this is hard. Please vote. Look at this.
Yeah, both of them are really bringing their A game here.
Yeah, this is only the first rounds. Like, we're going to have a semi-final and a final, so this is the only needs to go up at this point, which is absolutely terrifying. So I can't wait. 1.5 minutes. So yeah, so we're getting to that last minute.
All right.
And now that's that moment. Are you still messing with it? Well, they're both 255 for Nusan. There's 1 byte to spare. But on Nusan's 256, Mantratronic 255. Last minute it just started, so yeah, if both of them said I'm done, we wouldn't be mad, but if they also still did something, we also wouldn't be mad. We wouldn't be mad, just not being mad. Not at all, just stressed out. Generally on edge. Ooh, Nusan just did some changes.
Yeah, dude. It just
severely changed the fact.
Looks like Nusan broke something. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Oh no, he's going back to it. Oh my god. Guys, last 30 seconds, please.
Oh my god.
Please. Can we have one round where it's not like super scary to the end? 20 seconds? They're both in, right? Yeah.
They're both undersized, but they're both taking it. I mean, this is down to the wire. They're both still making changes.
The last 10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining. They're both still coding.
I think Nusan is done. He stopped.
Is he done? Okay.
Yeah, I think Mantratronic is done.
And
it has to be because the time is up. Here we go. Look at these effects. And do vote for who you think should go to the semifinals. And what rounds have we seen already? So, my god, this promises so much for the semifinals. So do vote, do your duty as the audience. Were you entertained? If you say no, I will slap you. Because this has absolutely been fantastic work by all programmers involved.
Yeah, really wonderful. Really.
Yeah, so yeah, good luck to the people. I'm giving a shout out to everybody we've seen now. We saw Flopin and Gasman. We had U-Orbi versus Ryder. We had Super Rogue versus Blueberry. And then Mantratronic versus Nusan. And everybody brought their A game. What a joy to watch this.
Yeah, it's been a real honor to be a part of this so far. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how Sunday goes with the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah, it will be absolutely exciting. So please vote. And I'll see you on Sunday for voiceover commentary. Or possibly you'll be in the rounds, who knows?
Who knows?
Very exciting. So good luck to you, no matter what.
Thank you kindly, okay?
Thank you so much for being here and giving us insights in this. It was absolutely...
My pleasure. I've had a lot of fun.
Yes. It was my pleasure as well to be doing this commentary because this was so much fun. And once again, Nusan and Mantratronic, what a round. So go vote. Thank you so much and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye.